of runs, and they made a hell of a one. And we just tonight couldn't find the answers tonight.
I told myself either you'll end up on SportsCenter one way or the other. You're either gonna get dunked on or you're gonna get a block. So luckily I was on the good side of the top 10 and not so top 10.
I mean, even when LeBron's not shooting great, he's a force.
Now, Daria, you can make the case, and I'd love to hear Michael Jordan people say, and Jordan's, just fantastic, maybe the greatest, but all-around game, how do you beat this guy?
Gosh, I know. I was looking at, because whenever I see that he didn't score a lot, I mean, and I'll wow you with, he's played 94 games, and I'm talking this season plus the playoffs. There's only been, was it 7? Yeah. 7 times has he scored 18 or less. And this is one, he scored 17 points.
Yeah, well, going into the game, you watch all these different shows, and the general feeling was after losing game 1 and only scoring 18 points, is that he's going to come out right from the get-go and be real aggressive, go to the basket, getting his own shots. But that's a confident guy. He just, hey, I'm going to still play my game. I'm going to set up my teammates, and that's exactly what he did. So all the, as Popovich said on, I don't know if you saw this, pretty good. The San Antonio coach was asked prior to Game 2, does LeBron have to shoot more? And he says, listen, he knows more than all you guys in the room put together.
Wow.
And, he'll do what's right for his team, and sure enough, he did.
Yeah, so what did he have to say about Tony Parker? I mean, both LeBron and Parker were like, I was struggling. They had to rely on the team, and so I guess just Tony Parker didn't have people to back him up like LeBron did, because those guys really came through for the Heat. You know what
we all do? We all make it's a 7-game series.
Yeah.
It goes the distance, and we overreact. We say overreact. We're sports fans, so we're just commenting. But, hey, one game is one game. Now we'll see what happens. Now you get down, in a series 3-1, then maybe you can say, hey, one team is better than the other.
Right.
But right now, who the heck knows? I thought it was Miami because I always bet on the best player.
Right.
And after last night, hard to argue.
Oh, all right. How about Popovich?
I didn't put any money on it. I'm just talking on television about it.
Popovich also, in looking at some comments, this was off, but he was talking about Jason Kidd, so my ears perked up. He says, you know what? If he's crazy enough to want to be a coach, I think he'll make the transition. He'd be good at it, and good for him. I wish him well. Yeah,
Jason Kidd supposedly has sought out the New Jersey Nets, one of the teams he played for, to be their new head coach. Now, he'd be respected, all that goes with it. That's just a different animal, though. A player, you practice for a couple hours, and the rest of the day is yours. When you're a coach, you're thinking about this stuff 24 hours a day.
Well, he's only 40 years old. I think he's still got it in him that he could, I mean, I know it takes a lot of energy, and you think about that's so young for a coach,
I know him a little bit.
Yeah, you do.
His days here. I think he's probably one of those guys, like a lot of folks, is, geez, I'm afraid. What am I going to do for the second half of my life?
Right.
I don't want to stay home.
Right.
That's always the big fallacy about life, when people say, oh, boy. In fact, we're watching him play in high school, for Christ's sake. That's one of the fallacies of life. Oh, boy, I'm going to retire and then spend time with my family.
Yeah.
Then your family looks at you for a week, and when are you going to start doing stuff?
Yeah, 40 is very young,
No, but you know what I'm saying? If your whole life you've done one thing.
Yeah.
All that stuff about, that's why maybe you got along with your kids or got along with your wife. You didn't see them that much.
That's why I love you. When do we see each other, Gary? When? You tell them.
That's
Never.
why, indeed, we have become
so
romantically linked because we don't see each other.
Listen, how about...
I don't know any of your faults. You don't know any of my faults.
You're perfect.
Yeah, for 5 minutes on TV, it's just, oh, my gosh, it's heaven.
How about Nadal? Only 27 years old. He has now more open titles, Grand Slams than anybody. And then he wouldn't even, I mean, he kind of went like this when the guy came out with but he wasn't shaking. This masked guy with the flare, did you see this?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Listen, we're seeing more and more of these poor, sad souls,
Yeah, I know. Getting their 2 seconds of fame.
And look what we do. I mean, not just you, the whole world. We showcase it.
Yeah, I know. And it's scary. I mean, you're down there on the court, and it's kind of open. And anyway.
Whenever I see one of those guys, and I think, oh, isn't this something different. I just think of that Monica Seles.
Yes,
Remember that,
with
where
the
the guy
stabbing.
actually, had a knife.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
this stuff is just a goof. But
So-
next time it may not be.
I know, but neither of them, Federer or Nadal, are shaken, and he won. On to baseball, Giants beat Arizona. A's lose to Chicago, but that's not. I mean, the highlights I want to show you are actually. Did you see this behind the back catch thing with Joe Mauer?
Let me see it.
Okay, I'm going to show you several times in slow-mo because you know that's my favorite way to watch. So, so this is Twins versus Nationals, 5th inning. And it hits the wall. He was turning to the ump for another ball. Okay, let's watch it. He's turning to the ump. But then when he goes back around, see, I'm going to show you again. Other hand, out without seeing catches, right? That's real. I thought, this is fake. Is a pigeon going to fly out next? I mean, he's like a magician.
Well, that's, like I said, I think he's probably better as a catcher than you or I.
My gosh.
That's what he does for a living.
Yeah, apparently he's pulled this kind of amazing stuff before.
You know what Joe Mauer, if he watched Cron, he'd say, how does that young woman talk for 5 hours, basically say the same thing but do it in a fun manner differently each time?
And hear the ocean.
No, I'm dead serious. This is what he does for a living, so, you never make a big deal.
Impressive. All right. Gare,
yes.
Happy sports to you, and we'll talk again tomorrow.
To you. Don't make a big deal over Mauer. What you're doing has me just in amazement every morning.
And I hurt my nail. That was my big injury today. All right.
Get another one.
We'll see you, Gare.
All right.